Shalom, shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rakakadash, the bonus of the elders and apostles of Great Most and Ruel, shalom, to elect worldwide. This topic is basically going to be about how, Babylon the Great, America, American government, CIA, basically colonized, destroyed, and destabilized damn near the whole world, man. Yeah. The scriptures, tell you the tactics of Esau, man. His behavior traits and his God complex. Yeah, he's a wicked man. Yeah, Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Yeah, and that's these Edomites, so-called white people. Now here and there you always get, whistleblowers. The Lord can put a spirit on the heathen, or even like someone that may appear to look like an Edomite in the flesh, but could be a Jake. Exposing the lies of Esau in America. But nevertheless, this gentleman, Bernie Sanders, the whistleblower, basically explains the American CIA, involvement, especially in Latin America and stuff like Nicaragua, places like that. Good video to watch. This gentleman, Johnny Harris, he's got good videos on American CIA and how they destabilize countries, man. It's good to watch things like this. And it proves to you and shows you. And these CIAs even release books on this as well. But of how to overthrow a country or governments and set up puppet leaders and so forth. But it's good to watch these things because, you still got a lot of people that are asleep, even though they claim to be, woke, but still don't know how the world works, man. That these super elites are in control of everything and in control of both sides of the spectrum. They're playing, it's like that saying, playing good cop, bad cop. Playing the victim and playing the wicked tyrant at the same time. But anyways, let me get some scriptures. This is Psalms 55, I start from verse 20 to 21. He have put forth his hands against such, be at peace with him. He have broken his covenant, yeah. And that's Esau. Esau will act friendly, yeah, and act like he's humble and be at peace with you, even when other people, other nations, just like the Gadites, the so-called Native Americans, when they accept Esau in their lands or help them survive around their regions and lands, what did Esau do to them, man? Esau brought diseases to them. Yeah, Esau killed them. Esau set them up. Yeah, Esau betrayed his agreement and covenants with them. So that's the nature of Esau, the so-called white man. But words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Yeah, what was that talking about? He can advertise himself as a non-threat. He can say all the right words to boost your ego. Yeah, he can talk a big game to make you comfortable and make you feel safe. He will lie to you, man. He will sell you a dream. As the scripture says, but war was in his heart. He's looking to destroy you. He's looking to overthrow you. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So Esau's ultimate intention is to destroy you. Yeah, that's why the scripture says, never trust thine enemy. This is Isaiah 14:12 to 16. How have thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Yeah, Esau is losing his place. Yeah, Esau, the so-called white man, is losing his place. He's fallen. Babylon is fallen. We're seeing the stages of it falling economically, socially divided. Yeah, there's a lot of American citizens that do not trust or rely on the American government. A lot of people American citizens are waking up to hoaxes, lies of history, lies of how America really operates, the stains of evil that America has produced and caused from the food, okay? The chemicals in water, the air, chemtrails, all things. People waking up, even though they may be FDA approved, and their mission statement says that they're for the benefit, they're for the health benefit of the people, but it's all a lie. See, so Lucifer is fallen, man, and this Lucifer is referring to these elites of Esau, man. Lucifer meaning what? Light bearing. Yeah, yeah. Light represents being knowledgeable as well. Yeah, these elites have some form of wisdom and knowledge compared to the masses underneath them. But guess what? They're a false beacon of light, man. They operate in error, treachery, wickedness, and confusion. Because in order for you to lie or to deceive the people, you must know the truth. So they use the truth for their advantage to teach people to lie. Yeah, but us prophets, Lord willing, if we be the men of the Lord, you know, for the spirit and power, Yahweh Shmishai, we use the truth, for righteousness, to tell the truth as thus saith the Lord, as it's written in scriptures. Yeah. And it says, Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations. Look at that. Weaken the nations. Weaken the nations. Hold on a second. I've been going on Google and writing destabilization meaning, because when you go into like CIA and the history of them conquering the different governments and countries, one of the key words you're always listening to is destabilization. Yeah. And it says the process of upsetting the stability of a regional system, especially of government, economic and political destabilization was crippling the country. Yeah. What is an example of destabilization? To destabilize something is to undermine it, or to make it much less stable, seeming uncertain or confused. Look at that. Does that not stand for the definition of Babylon? Babylon means what? Confusion. Babel. Yeah. So they operate. See, Babylon the Great America actually operate in their spirit, that wicked spirit of being confusing, lies and deceits and treachery, misinformation. Yeah. Negative psychological agendas, man, psyops, hoaxes, false flags, all of that. All of this is all characteristics of confusion. Yeah. Can destabilize a teacher's ability to control a class. That's an example. Political protesters might seek to destabilize a government or other institutions, and lying, so you use the word lying, these are examples, and lying to your best friend can destabilize your relationship. Yeah, because you create trust issues, you create confusion. What does it mean to destabilize someone? Psychological, psychology, in a psychological context, it is used as a technique. It's just, a strategy in brainwashing, changing one's mind, like, like a form of like MK Ultra and stuff like that. Swaying your opinion and emotions. A technique in brainwashing and abuse. This is actual abuse. To disorient. That's a good word, because that's another way of putting someone in a state of confusion. Yeah, disorient and disarm. Yeah, disorient. Like even like in military, you might have certain gadgets to disorient someone, like I don't know, a flashbang, a concussion grenade. Yeah, it disorients your opposition because now they don't know what to do, what's going on, where to seek. You know, they've been blinded. And they've been what's the word? Shocked, astonished, and disarm the victim. In the context of workplace bullying, destabilization applied to the victim may involve failure to acknowledge good work and value the victim's efforts, allocation of meaningless tasks. Yeah, like you might be in you might be in work. You might be in work and people are just fucking with you, man. You're doing your job, you're coming on time, leaving on time, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing according to your profession, what's on your list. You're following it to a T, but you still got certain colleagues fucking with you, man. Or your managers trying to give you extra tasks that you're not supposed to be doing, you know, speaking behind your back and, forming teams against you to make you uncomfortable at work, always complaining and nitpicking. That's a form of destabilization, man. Trying to make you uncomfortable so you quit. See? Gotta be careful in this world, man. All these things can happen in real life, in your personal life. But this is the last bit. What is the synonym of destabilization? So other words you can use for destabilization. Look what it says: undermined, damage, disable. And look at this last one, which goes into the scriptures. Scriptures what I was just reading is weaken. Weaken. To weaken you, to make you weak. Yeah? Broken. Weaken. Like in Isaiah 14, verse 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Weaken the nations. Destabilization. From Babylon the Great, America, onto these other countries, man. Around the world. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. And these devils, these Edomites, yeah, they will tell you a lie. These elites will tell you a lie and talk about equality. Oh, let's make the world a peaceful and equal society and world. Well, meanwhile, he has a God complex, man. He's living on hierarchy. Nothing wrong with hierarchy. It's just that the righteous need to bear rule. Proverbs 9:2. When the wicked beareth rule, when the wicked in authority, people mourn. People facing struggles. People are facing oppression. Yeah, people are stressed because of wickedness from above, putting pressure from below. I will sit upon the mount of a congregation the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, and that's Esau. Esau, the so-called white man, wants to have the whole world in surveillance. That's why he wants to push out that what? The MOTB in Revelations 13:16. Put implantable uh, devices in people so he can have the ultimate control of your soul, your mind and emotions, and track and trace where your money goes or where you go. Yeah. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of a pit. Yeah. So the Lord, yeah, is gonna bring Esau's empire down, and you're seeing it. There's stages of of it collapsing, man. Day by day, week by week, month by month. You know, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, Yeah, made the earth to tremble, made the earth scared, made the earth weak. That did shake kingdoms, coups, and all sorts, destabilization. So in other words, as it says, that they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. Meaning what? Meaning what? All these countries, all these people are gonna wake up. All these nations of the earth are gonna finally realize, wait a minute. Babylon the Great, America, Esau, Edom, you so-called white people, you small hats, you elites, you governments and politicians, you guys are the devils. You guys are what's wrong with the planet. You major corporations too, and institutions, and you mainstream medias. You're the one that's creating fear mongering. You're the one that's been lying about this. You're the ones that have been doing these inside jobs. You're the one that's confusing the people. You're the one that's bringing death and destruction and confusion. You're the instigation of wickedness. Instigators of wickedness. It's you, it's you, it's you. Everyone's going to wake up and point fingers. Everyone's going to come to agreement and have common interests of acknowledging that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, these small hats that own everything, are the devils. Yeah? Habakkuk 2, verse 4 to 6, and it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Yeah, the spirit of Esau is wicked. It's not upright. His imaginations, his thoughts and actions always go to wickedness. But the just shall live by his faith. And who's that? Who's the just? The Israelites, and more specifically, the elect of Israel that believe in Yahweh Bahashim Yahshai, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, and follow the doctrine and stick to the scriptures to the best of their abilities, the 100% truth and doctrine. Verse 5, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. Yeah, he sins, he does wickedness by giving that, wine represented what? False doctrines and ideologies onto the people. Yeah, to keep people in a confused state. In this case of the CIA, the destabilization, his wine could be what? His wine is democracy. Oh, let the people vote and come together. Let's go to that country and fight for people's human rights. But it's really BS. It sounds sweet and sounds good. Oh, it sounds helpful. But really and truly, why are you saying democracy? He's going into your country, setting up a puppet leader, or destroying other people's governments that are actually for his people, and creating propaganda or false narrative of that person, so that the public can have a the public of that region or country can hate him and give the American CIA more reason and power to overthrow him and set up a puppet leader. Yeah, play tricks on the minds of the people. Yeah, but he wants to talk about democracy. But wait a minute, you're creating leaders. You're giving the illusion to people that you're picking them, but you've already created them and made them in place, and forced your way deceptively to get people to quote unquote vote these people in or accept these people. It's a very deep subject, man. But that's how Esau operates. These elites. He is a proud man. Yeah, he's arrogant. Babylon the Great, America, especially these Edomites, are, arrogant, man, proud. That's why they always make statements, we're the greatest country in the world and stuff like that. Yeah, but never want to acknowledge the great wickedness that they have done, do, and plan on doing. Neither keepeth at home. Yeah, there was a quote, I forgot how it went, but it says, it was like they put in speech marks as for like to show sarcasm, being sarcastic, sorry, sarcasm. I think that the quote went like, America never interferes in foreign affairs, which is a lie. It was sarcasm, because Babylon the Great always want to interfere, because they always want to get some interest or benefit by taking people's resources and stuff like that. So look at that. Neither keepeth at home. They never work on themselves. They're spending millions on different countries and funding other, coups and rebel militaries and all of that, instead of looking after their own people. Neither keep at home. Always. Why do you always hear about the UK and especially American military? They're always in tours in all these different countries. I don't hear about these quote unquote threatening countries and militaries from other lands are doing tours in UK and America. No, it's always these Edomite nations, European colonizing nations. Their militaries are always doing tours or invading or in other people's countries. You see? Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. Esau can never be satisfied. He's always trying to grape, rob, and just squeeze the life out of people through economically, resources, or whatever, and leave people bone dry. But gathereth him unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? And that who comes to mind first? Esau, the Edomites, so-called white people. Everything they got, they stole or killed for it. And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, man. Yeah, great amounts of sin just piled up. Yeah, and guess what? The Lord is gonna judge Babylon the Great, America, and all these Edomites, small hats, and elites, man. Yeah, but just scriptures on that you can link to, Babylon the Great, Esau, and the CIA and stuff like that, and how he operates. Genesis talks about Esau shall live by the sword. Revelation 6, that red horse that was given a sword to take peace from the earth. That's these Edomites, man. They just use violence and blood to destroy, man, and to take what they want. But anyways, with that, all praise be to Yahweh, B'Hashim Yahshai, B'Shem Kadash. Shalom.